Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Sol here, and today we have Dr. T Volcano Island on our archipelago. Today is November 6th. Yeah, November 6th. So I went ahead and took it up using my standard fallback setup, RZCM, Rifleman, Zooka, Cryonneers, and Medics. You can see it's three Riflemen, two Zookas, one Cryonneer, and two boats of Medics. You probably already know my stats, but I'm going to show them to you anyways. I was not boosted when I took this base out. Max level Rifleman, max level Zookas, Cryonneers, and the Medics. All right. So let's take a look at what I did. All right, let's go with stage one. So obviously, I landed on my troops. I wanted to do it quickly, but also, take a look at the different stages. There's lots and lots of GBE on the right side of the map. You can go ahead and land your troops any way you want. Let them gather all the GBE. That rocket launcher on the top is not gonna have range until like somewhere around this area. So don't worry about them. Once you get that done, you may flare up. But with the GBE that you already have, you can probably take that rocket launcher out. And then after that, it's just a matter of flaring north to somewhere in that area, and then let them gravitate naturally to where they are. If you use artillery, just remember to send the artillery right in the intersection of those three defenses. Sorry, that way you're gonna take them all those three defenses out with 2 or 3 artillery shots. You increase the efficiency of your GBE essentially. And then after that is just go to the core. If you can smoke to protect some of your troops from the flamethrower. Otherwise, chuck it, or otherwise just flare up to avoid it completely. So let's take a look at stage 2. Again, I landed on my troops. I was having no nonsense here. There's a lot of free GBE on the left side of the map, so make sure you take advantage of that. I actually landed my troops in the middle. Not that I needed the GBE, because I could probably barrage the HQ. Just GBE the HQ and take it down, but that sort of defeats the purpose. If you look, you can even take advantage of that structure and then flare to the extreme left, and you're still going to be out of range of the machine gun. If I don't count, if my count is correct, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 GBE containers times 3, that's 45. Yeah, 45. You have 45 GBE. You can pretty much take out this base, because decimation, I don't know if you guys knew, but decimation means to cut by 10%. So when I say decimate, you take 10% of the base and that's it. What I wanted to say is to completely destroy this base using GBE only. So you see me seeing some critters. No particular reason. I had the GBE. I knew I was going to beat this regardless, so I just sent the GBE. But for you guys that are low level, just GBE that machine gun, GBE maybe the flamethrower, and then flare to the top right, and you should be okay. All right, let's take a look at stage 3. See what stage 3 got for us. All right, nothing really big, just getting a little bit more complicated, but still the left is the way to go. There's a lot less defenses. It's a more direct route. There's just the flamethrowers and a boom cannon and sniper towers. So GBE, if your troops are not strong enough, GBE what counters your troop. So if it's single shot defenses like heavies, GBE the boom cannon and the sniper tower. If it's mass units like Rifleman, then GBE the flamethrower and stuff, and then go from there. Remember, there were a bunch of mines in that area. Make sure you send a barrage or critters if you have access to them, and you should be okay. I'm gonna speed this up. Pretty simple stage. So no troop lose there. Let's take a look at stage 4. All right, so stage 4. So you have a lot of defenses on the beach. but the amount of defenses when you taking them together, the left side, bottom left side seems more, it seems easier. So I essentially GBE that rocket launcher on the top. I think I'm gonna GBE that mortar. That mortar has a lot of GB of a lot of health. It would stand a barrage, and it needed 3 artillery shots. So we're talking of on the 20,000 plus neighborhood for health. So this stage is pretty boosted. So make sure you take that into consideration when you do attack. I'm using Rifleman, so all the stuff here it's single shot defenses. So not really scary, not really problematic for me. The only thing that might prove problematic is that mortar machine gun combo. But once the Cryonneers hit it, the DPS is gonna drop by half. So my medics can just keep up with the damage, no problem. I am gonna have some losses because the cannons are gonna be shooting my troops, but nothing that I cannot, control. Once I reload on the next stage, every time that cannon shoots, it's just adding an extra minute. And because it's probably not on the same boat, it's not problematic. Now there's a lot of mines, so take that into consideration. If you use a lot of your GBE for that shock launcher, you're not gonna have GBE for those mines. So make sure that either you avoid it or use heavies to soak up that damage, because you can probably avoid it, but because the way the defenses are spread out on here, they are going to gravitate to that flamethrower regardless of what you do, unless you flare directly to the corner and then directly to the HQ. So just be careful. You don't want to lose troops silly there or in a silly fashion in that corner. All right, so that was stage 5. Yeah, that was stage 4. Yeah, this stage was pretty interesting. Now let's take a look at stage 5. How many I lost? I lost seven riflemen only. And there's what you see, that importance of the Cryonneers, reducing the damage per second, reducing the time it takes. So a mortar, instead of firing every 5 seconds, it fires, it takes it by 2, so it fires every 10 seconds. So it is really a helpful unit. You guys are at low level, you should be looking forward to this troop because it's awesome. All right, let's take a look at stage 5. Lost a little bit more units, but you can see there's a lot of defenses here, and more importantly, there's a lot of splash damage defenses, which counters what I have. I did this on purpose. You can see these are max level riflemen. Those rocket launchers are firing at them, and they're taking about maybe 10% of their health when they fire a complete barrage to them. My medics can keep up with them. And more importantly, I know I don't have to worry about those rocket launchers. So now I flare up to the corner. I think I'm gonna. I don't know what I did. You see, I didn't send any GB. I could have. You see, I took down that rocket launcher, and on hindsight, that shock launcher would have been better served if I would have sent it. But so far, no GBE. Just saving for shocks. I really don't know what I did that. That rocket launcher, shock launcher combo seems like a prime candidate for mortar attacks, but I didn't. You see, I'm just shocking stuff, which is interesting to me. I don't know what I was thinking at that moment, but I mean, it ended up working. I lost some troops, but nothing really humongous. So you see, 3 mortars together can kill my rifleman. Actually, it was a bunch of Zookas that died there in the back. So that is one of the reasons I hate. Not that I hate, but you have to be careful with mortars, especially when they're firing on an angle and your troops are moving. If they do end up firing where your mass is moving, they're gonna hit your Zookas. RZCM is more vulnerable to that compared to heavies, because heavies are a little bit farther in the front, which means that when they move, the mortar is gonna land in between the Zookas and the heavies. Now with the Rifleman, Cryonneers, Rifleman, Super Cryonneers, and medics, they're closer, so when they move, it means that the mortar is going to land right on top of the Zookas. And that's where troop health comes into play. I do have a nice troop health stat. You see, I have almost 50% more. But regardless, they still got wrecked. So let's take a look. Okay, so I lost. Oh no, I only lost on that stage. I only lost 4 riflemen. No Zookas. Interesting. Let's take a look at stage 6. Stage 6. 20 riflemen I lost, and that's about it. Let's take a look at it. All right, so the choice is clear here. You want to go to the right, regardless of the unit troop combination. There was a rocket launcher, shock launcher combo there that I took out. That was an obvious decision to make, and I didn't see anything that was besides that rocket launcher that was worthy of barraging. Or maybe I did barrage that thing on the top, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not completely sure, but I focus on that rocket launcher because there's a lot of splash damage defenses here. So all those units in combination with the rocket launcher might prove deadly to my rifle. So that's why I took that rocket launcher out instead of the one on the top. So here I landed on my troops in the V. You see, if you do want that on the V, they're all nice, go nice and tight on that little corner. And now it's just a matter of pushing through. I'm looking at the health of my guys. Flamethrower, two flamethrowers at the same time, no problem for my medics. Mainly because the Cryonneers have those flamethrowers suppressed. So essentially, they're doing half of the damage per second. So that's why my medics can hold up to it. You see on that corner, I was defending my troops with smoke just to keep them alive. After this, I flirt to the corner. Make sure you cover the last set of your troops, especially the medics. They're gonna lag behind, and if you don't cover them, they're gonna suffer. And from here, it's a pretty killer cut directly to the HQ. I didn't want to step on those mines, so I flare again to the corner, make sure everybody was tight. There we go. Those Riflemen did step on those mines, but the medics could keep them alive. Now I do get some stragglers that go down. I'm not gonna worry a lot about them if they do get right. That was their decision to go down there. I'm not gonna rechange my strategy and risk having more casualties because I wanted to save a few. So that's something that you have to take into account at the beginning when I was playing heavy Zooka. That happened a lot. I wanted all my heavies to be together, and I would flare, and that flare would mean a mortar would land on top of all my bunch, meaning that my Zookas die. So if a heavy or a couple of Zookas out of your big group struggles or goes a different way, don't sweat it too much, because if you end up flaring, you might end up losing a lot of your troops, or maybe even losing the raid. You can see I only lost 20 riflemen there, and now in stage 7, I have a lot more casualties as expected, but I managed to take it down. So lost 62 riflemen, 3 Cryonneers, 2 medics, and 1 Zooka. So let's take a look at this stage. So I was looking at this stage. HQ is closer to the beach on this area. There's a lot of defenses on this area. You see at the beginning, it's a lot of splash damage, machine guns, flamethrower, rocket launchers, and then it becomes more a single shot. Now, had I gone to the top, there's a bunch of rocket launchers. Now, I decided to take the shorter route. On hindsight, maybe the top would have been better, but I still think, I thought at the time that the bottom would have been better. So I started out by taking those 2 rocket launchers on the corner. I think I took the rocket launcher, yes I did, on the middle. So that takes away the continuous splash damage. So I only have to deal now with the machine guns in the front and now the rocket launcher, which is not going to be a problem. Like I always done, after I take the rocket launcher, I'm going to land in the beach. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I smoked them to have them all ready to go at the moment the flare expires. So everybody's shooting at the same time and all the defenses are going quick. Otherwise, if you land your troops one by one, the Zookas are not going to be firing until maybe 2-3 seconds after, and that's not an optimal solution. So here you see me taking advantage of that crate, but unfortunately some of the Zookas decided to stand back and fire. That makes my Riflemen start pushing forward. I don't freak out. Some of them are gonna get destroyed either way, so it doesn't matter. So here you see Cryonneers doing their magic, keeping those defense suppressed. I'm gonna start losing troops because the sniper towers are firing fast enough that they can take them. But I'm just keeping my calm, being tactical about this. I'm moving now to the corner, make sure all the troops are in a sort of straight line towards the HQ. Now I use some of my extra GBE to clear those mines. Group of 2 mines with my level, my Rifleman is not a problem. Group of 3 mines might be problematic. It's not a problem either, but they are problematic if it's combined with splash damage defenses, rocket launcher, mortars. Like, oh man, the replay failed. Well, let me go back. So let me just pause this. So after you saw me clear those mines, I just let them clear a little bit more, maybe up to that line here where you see sniper tower, machine gun, sniper tower, and rocket launcher. So I think I let them clear up to that line, like fan out, and then I flared into the corner, and then let them attack directly the core. At that point, the rocket launchers, that rocket launcher here had fire, but not the damage was so low that my medics could keep up. And that was essentially it, guys. That's how I took down Dr. T, Volcano Island today without using boost. Oh, this is a nice gun, but I just touch it without using any boost. So I hope you like what I had to show you today. If you do, please make sure you hit that subscribe button that just appeared under my icon, or the icon, which is the actual subscribe button. Hit the like button, and there are also a couple of videos that you may be interested. So make sure you check them out. In any case, guys, hope you have a nice day and take care. Soul is checking out.